Few days ago, we reviewed the game between Bobby Fischer and his opponent Byron from United States, and this game was known as the game of the century. Well, in today's video, we're going to review games similar to that when Magnus Carlsen, which was very young at the time, he wasn't even a grandmaster, but I've given him grandmaster title for that video, was 24-84, and he played against Dutch grandmaster Ernest Sijp in Sijp Ernest, which was the Dutch grandmaster at the time, was very strict grandmaster. He played three brilliant moves, and I would compare the game of Fischer and Byron to this game. And now let's begin playing and analyzing it. So, Magnus has the white pieces and his Dutch opponent has the black. Let's begin. E4, C6, D4, D5. So you might be known to know this opening. This is known as the Caro-Kann. So Caro-Kann is very popular, or was very popular for a long time, and this is still very popular to this day. Knight C3, Magnus goes for a sideline. Usually main line is to push the pawn here because it is a playing advanced variation will give you many advantages as a white in general speaking, but Magnus goes for a sideline, and after takes we get bishop f4 and we get a very theoretical line. So this is a sideline, but it is the main line of the modern variation, which is that variation. After knight g3, bishop g6, h4, h6, and we get knight f3. Knight f3 is a good move, trying to go on e5 square, trade the bishop off. Also, h6 is a very good move because you disallow knight from going here, because you just go on h7 and you have the bishop. Knight d7, h5, bishop h7, bishop d3, bishop takes d3, queen takes d3, and e6. So e6 is a very good move. Using that bishop to come here and also target the squares, and now white can't play c4 to play d5 because the square is now covered. But now Magnus also plays anyway another good move, bishop f4. So we have to understand that up until this point everything is a theoretical line. Everything has been played, everything has been analyzed to death, everything was known at the time, and this is very theoretical line, and this is 0-0-0s. If you don't find imbalance in the position, the game will be zeros. Knight gf6, long castles, bishop b7, and now we get the first new line, which is 94. 94 hasn't been played at the time, and now we get in the move 13. Now we get rid of the theoretical line, and now let's play real chess. Queen a5, king goes to b1, and now castles. Knight takes knight, knight takes knight again. On f6, knight jumps in with e5, great move by Magnus. Rook comes to d8, queen goes to e2, and c5. So in this position, c5 is a mistake. Queen b6 was considered very good move. You want to trade the queens. You want to trade the queens here. Sorry, queen b6. No, I thought the queen a6 was the best move. Queen b6 is a good move. You target the pawn here. First, when I look at it, I thought queen e6 was the best move, but then after queen takes a6, pawn takes a6, the pawn structure is very bad, and you're gonna lose the pawn here. So yeah, my 1500 might cannot comprehend chess like that. So c5 is a mistake. After knight g6, now the game begins right now. Knight g6 is a brilliant move. You sacrifice the knight because taking it would result in a devastating attack. So what you do, have to move the rook or do something about it. But after a little bit of a think, Sijp Ernest, the Dutch grandmaster, goes for it and takes the knight, which is a huge mistake. Now Magnus goes queen e6 check, king goes to h8. Now h takes g6, and after knight g8. Magnus, after a bit of think, he plays the best move in the position, and the best move is the brilliant and magnificent bishop takes h6, going for the attack. After g takes h6, another brilliant move, rook takes g6, sacrifice of the full rook, and if knight takes, you take the bishop, and after knight f7, the game is over. After g takes f7, Magnus finds another best move, king comes to g7, after rook d3, Rook d6 played by Sijp Ernest, and now we get rook g3 check, rook g6, queen e5 check, king takes f7, queen f5 check, queen f6, and now there is one of the most brilliant checkmates I've ever seen from a chess grandmaster, and especially from someone who is not even 50 or 60 years old. This move is queen d7, checkmate. You're boxed in with your own rooks, you have a 2-point advantage, and you're losing here. You have 2-point advantage, you have a rook, 2 rooks for a 1 rook, and you're down 3 pawns. You might say that I'm winning, but no. Magnus finds that beautiful, beautiful attack and ends the game with beautiful queen to d7. Absolutely magnificent game. These grandmasters are just very good at the chess, I guess, but their understanding of the game is just out of mind. They're so good. So, thank you everyone for watching this. This was amazing, amazing, amazing chess. Magnus Carlsen was probably the greatest chess player and is probably the greatest chess player of all time. But this immortal game was played in 2004 against Dutch Grandmaster Sepp Ernst. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.